summer rain. Well, it's finna be a wild one.
Woodstock in America.
Kicking it with my hooligans, I don't see how y'all be hiding. Yeah, I swear I'm sliding. Look at the time.
What did you want me to play?
Wow, I want to play the hook. I want to show him the ad-lib to do on there. Yo, I want
Your little brother made that beat too?
Yeah.
That
nigga's a monster.
He was feeling real creative that day.
Bro, it sounds crazy, right?
I was like, that
bro,
shit hard,
like
bro.
right at the end of your verse, we was like, sounded like somebody was going wild on that
so
joint.
crazy, bro.
It's for the documentary.
Word.
Wild one. It's kind of a trailer.
Yeah. Oh, you want to run back the whole thing or just that last part? Bet, got you.
Goddamn, they raised a Christian. I showed a true religion, bro. We took them G's off and reinvented new positions.
Wild one for the jungle, let me off the jungle. Just to tell a junkie I can plug it for the Whitney, yeah.
Plugged in like a lightning cord. When I beat it like a drum, she gon' be crying to the Lord.
Oh, she just won't forgive me, yeah. Thinking I'm scheming, I'm sorry, yeah. Crazy, bro. Turn that up. Just that one right there. I like the auto-tune on it. It's like the only auto-tune I use on it. She just won't forgive me, yeah. Thinking I'm scheming, I'm sorry, yeah. My bad is so yeah. I'm a wild girl.
Bro, that shit is tough.
That shit's tough, man.
Relationship where you put me onto the music you're doing, and I gotta say, dude, when you sent
Hey, give
me
me 1
Wild
second.
One and I listened to it, I heard it and I'm like, oh my god, like the last project you did, Red, was really good.
Yeah.
And it was like cohesive, as well as the Julio EP you did. But like when it all came together and I heard Wild One, I felt like it was an amalgamation of, you know, Red, Julio, like everything you've done before, but you took it to a whole other level, brother.
You just gotta unplug it, plug it back in, then just turn everything back on.
What?
They always stressing no dollar. You can manage to my percentage, they standard. If you got the juice on the show, how you been it, yeah. Welcome to the Friday night lounge, get you a section.
Yo, bro. What if you put more delay on my main vocals? Like, I know there's delay on it, but make it like louder. Yeah, make it louder.
What, just on that first part?
No, the whole thing. Cause it's just either louder delay or no delay at all. It seems like. But let me hear this first. This is a little louder. Start from like right, almost right there.
Yeah, I really want it to sound really like technology, like
Yeah,
electronic.
Yeah.
Play it again.
She still got with some drama. Still shit like a bottle on the scholar, just a product. She stayed as long as don't got alone. Song from 2008 singing the bubble tone. Y'all ain't care with 35, yeah, I will never run. You can have whatever you like, straight to the dome, yeah. I don't know how I'm getting home later on. I don't know how I'm getting home later on.
I don't even record myself anymore. Those projects, like Julio, Shit, and Red, I recorded and mastered all those. But this one, I actually went to the studio So it gave it it just gave it a whole different sound, a whole different quality, a whole different feel for real. So that had a lot to do with it.
And I ain't been hyper-polished, you probably know that I want it, yeah. Welcome to Friday night, I just bitch you session, baby. Welcome to the Friday night lounge, get you a section, baby. We gon' have a Saturday night like right on Wednesday, yeah. It's crazy, I done let her change the baby. I done gave them everything plus more, they still call me shady. I'm leaving none of them shows, still call it.
About like 3 or something, like 23 or just a look, like a little bit.
Coming really in Shakespeare, motherfucker. Don't call me Billy, yeah, you motherfucker, yeah, you know it. Now motherfucker come through. The hell, yeah, what you know about the real, yeah, she won't come through. For the deal, yeah, dick deal, yeah, we spin it on the floor, throw it on the floor, yeah. Pick it up from the floor, yeah, yeah. Fuck the boy, yeah, boy, yeah. Yeah, we ride the east side for the dope deal, yeah. We shut it, shots, cause I love the feel, yeah. We from out of town, now you know we kill, yeah. Say you know alcoholic, why don't you tell me about last week? Crown apple mission had a complete, super lit, kissing with them fine lips. You and hold certain things you wanna undo. Yeah, you know it. Call me William Shakespeare, bitch, I'm a motherfucking poet. And the nigga finna be a story. Yeah. And that's why I poet. So William Shakespeare, motherfucker, but don't call me Billy, yeah, you motherfucker, don't blow it. Now motherfucking come through. What the hell, yeah, what you know about the real, yeah, she won't come through. For the deal, yeah, the dick deal, yeah, we spin it on the court, throw it on the floor, yeah. Pick it up from the floor, yeah. I don't give a fuck about it, yeah, oh, yeah. And we ride the east side for the dope deal, yeah. Why you sunny in these shots, cause I love the feel, yeah. We from out of town, now you know we kill, yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanna do it like that. Shit, let me hear that again. I just wanna figure out how the energy I wanna go in. Fuck. I'm just trying to think of what the right way to approach it. Alright, start me over. I think I got it. I think I know now for sure. Yeah. This ain't all I was gone for. A minute now, back done with the side chick. Ain't no laying back, mask on, feet up, staying inside shit. Tell the world I'm toxic. Truth is, we was never cool like that. This ain't no wonder how I glowed up. Now fuck y'all, always that hot shit. Alright.
Gotta sit back and pop, watch you throw it back. Yeah, my niggas still act like a fool got you. Yeah. Black said I run with too much value. Young boy got a 4-5. Need to pray more. Pray my mama see me rich. Opposition slow die. Wanna ball back.
Cooled off, jump in the pool like that. Had to sit back and plow, watch you throw it back. Yeah, my niggas still act like a fool got you. Yeah. Black said I run with too much value. Young boy got a 4-5. Need to pray more. Pray my mama see me rich. Opposition slow die. Wanna ball bad bitch with hella mental problems. Crazy pussy fire. Was my chill shit already. Ain't gotta meditate lo-fi. Down on me. About 10 miles on each. Pulled over by the police. Motherfucker really had to put a fine on me. Shit's scamming me. Shit's just scamming me. Dead or dirty, got sand on me. I tell the world so you don't lie on me. Hey, yo, can you rap for us, bruh?
Yo, you rap for us, bruh? Sippin' Henny, they should bust a rhyme. Make the function, hit them with the wow. Young getting no.
What was it like making the project? When did you start recording it? Was it around the pandemic? Was it before the pandemic?
Yeah, it was right before. It was like the end of... No, what am I saying? It's right at the end of 2020, so pandemic had already started. So it was like December. That's when I actually started.
Start that, right.
But the thing is, like, the project, it wasn't really supposed to be a project. This project, it was supposed to be a group project, right? And then some stuff happened. I kind of fucked up, fumbled with the project. I'm still good with the team though, like the God Squad and all them. But what I did was took my songs and then turned it into this project, and it just slowly became something that just seems like it was meant to be, and it was kind of mind blowing to me for real.
DM session, Louie.
Come on, bro. I know you about to come late.
He's coming all the way down here.
There you go. You gotta break up here. He crazy.
Set that thing ablaze.
Shit.
Alright. Yo, I need y'all to come even as close as you can. You know what I mean?
Let's get this shit lit. Let's get this shit going.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a few features with my guys over here. But first, let's start. I'm gonna warm it up with this track right here. You know what I mean? This one's called Friday Night Lounge.
Later that same evening.
Luwidakid, sorted out Yahweh. Hey. I said, keep trying like a leader. Kill the trauma and a recall. Still shining as my jeweler. Teed up, you know how we roll.
Teed up, my nipples heavy restitution. You see me shining, you go ask my jeweler. Professor Sleazy, you called me, I'll school you. I'll teach you. Let me show you, I'll put it in your medulla. That's that deep game in the beetle gland. Goddamn nigga, I'm going ham. If you don't know, better get your change. Yeah, young nigga, go get it back. That money, that feel the time, this shit little sweet, but it ain't honey. Got 100 drums and 100 dummies, just take shit. Start going fighting, stomping around my soldiers. Stepping all over the couches. See little shorty that chose up. Now I'm all where her mouth is. Now I'm all where her mouth is. Stuffing cash in her blouses. Goddamn nigga, I do it cause I'm turned.
Because it's also like a throwback of LL Cool J's Walking with a Panther. Like that's what I kind of thought, because in the cover it's animated. You got the I'm assuming it's a panther on a on a leash or something. I'm like, man, that's such a badass cover. I want to ask you, like, with the project, personally, I felt like there was underlying story under the project, but in the concept mixed so well with the music that I feel like when I listen to certain concept projects, sometimes the artist might try to beat the listener in the head with it, but you did an amazing job of really putting it together, not just out overweighing it with too much context. You just made a great project with an amazing storyline, amazing sequencing, and you kept it thorough.
I'm gonna be more rich, don't know what it is, bitches. Nigga, not too good at this. I could have me shorty fish. They gon' fuck it up with distance, fuck it up with questions. Oh, word, I never listen. No, this only way.
That was fresh.
Tried. And if you listen to the whole project, my guy, Carlos, iiiMooeen.
There when it claimed to
The spell when the song.
ways in exchange for the fight.
And the sequences, as far as the sequencing, it took a while for me to figure out like the way it's stuff. And then it gets dark, and then it gets lit again. You know, it's really...
You feel fucked up, you come up a little bit,
It's the
and then
beginning.
you might fall down.
Trusting your dreams as deeply as you can envision them, but them roadblocks along the way can feel imprisoning. As long as you push forward,
and never be satisfied with the bare minimum, you can see far beyond the space-time continuum. How I interpreted Dreams when I heard the beat and when Louis told me the concept of the song, after having a conversation of laying out the general idea of the record and what is expected of me as a feature, I listened over the tracks, and that one really drew me in. And so how I interpreted it is using a serendipitous encounter with the woman or a love interest as a metaphor for the pursuit of your dreams. and how it can feel elusive, like a game of cat and mouse. Once you feel as though you got a handle on it, there's always a wrench thrown into your expectations, and they become subverted. Say, you know, because making music is like making love to a woman. There's a myriad of possibilities and paths that you could take to finding that sweet spot. Similarly, when you... I can't do this shit. Finding the G spot is like making a hit record. You feel me? And believe that the possibilities are infinite. Dreams. And complex way of saying believe in yourself despite the world around you mirroring to you deterioration, destruction, adversity, to the point where you feel as though the pursuit of your passions is a helpless, fruitless endeavor.
Life and I just wouldn't do it. Off of being a bitch, I'm rolling like I'm Tina. Bitch, I'm ballin' like two Tinas with the eyes, you never seen it. Dirty nigga, bust so clean with it. My demons on your scene so quick, cause we just love the scheme and shit. Hey, these baby story time, cause I know that you heard of this. Nigga homicide when I'm outside, cause I murder shit. Jeopardize your life is gambling just with your life. Rolling snake eyes, then you mad on play just with them dice. Nigga, I play for keeps your soul is mine, nigga. Poltergeist. This ain't what you want, but you gon' damn get what you like. Rolling like some dice, rolling like some dice. Little Hades, baby, cool as ice. Ayy, rolling like some dice, rolling like some dice. Little Hades, baby, cool as ice. Ayy.
So, like, I noticed with the promotion strategy as far as your album went, you released a lot of songs out as singles. And what I appreciated about that is they work amazing as solo records as well as cohesive songs like that connect to each other. And did you do that purposely when you were planning out this album and creating it, or did it just fall together naturally?
Well, I didn't realize that it'll flow so well in the project, honestly. Like, that just happened. And like I said earlier, it has a lot to do with my homie iiiMooeen putting his voice in there. That kept it really, moving like an album. It's a mixtape, but it moves like an album. It's really fucking amazing. And the sequencing, like, it also helps with that too. Like, the song titles kind of flow into each other, like Teed Up and Leveled Up, and some like Dreams, Needed, and Ben and Bruiser, like they come, they're like, they come right after each other. So it's like, they all have a certain theme behind it, and certain things like that just help it flow better. But nah, I didn't really realize that the shit was gonna flow so well. Like, when I dropped them as singles, they just sounded like singles. Like, they sounded, I was like, yo, this gotta go next week. I was just going, dropping, making cover arts and putting them out. Yeah.
LUWI_music. That's where you find all my links. Last but not least, I got my brother.
Few moments later.
She just won't get me out. Take it out, scared, I'm sorry. I'm a wild oh, this shit get really wild. Wow, I don't care about the outcome.
Long as it is an income and then some, I'ma send your ass an invoice, don't get the refund.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nigga, I was broke trying to fix it. Strange fruit, how you let me hang and now I'm bringing a mischief.
I've been broke since birth. Louis know my work. Between the mischief and the mission, I done found some work.
Way I'm moving, I should be going shit. I handle distance. Fucking her in the backseat. Goddamn, she grew up a Christian.
Goddamn, they raised a Christian. I showed a true religion, but we took them jeans off and reinvented new positions.
Why I wanna feel the jungle in me off a jungle juice. I told a junkie I got pluggy for the Whitney, yeah.
Plugged in like a lightning cord. When I beat it like the drum, she gon' be crying to the Lord.
She just won't forgive me, yeah. Thinking I've been scheming, I'm sorry, yeah. But the evidence is all there. I'm a wow,
Give me figuring out the scheming outside, yeah. But there, this is out there. I'm a wild one, what's occurring? Thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, I'm dropping a
project. So when you started making music early on, did you prioritize creating a sound and working with your brother Julio too on that?
Oh yeah, Julio. I was gonna say that Julio is the one that figures out the sounds pretty much, and I just go around and pick the ones that I think will flow. Not even flow, the ones that I enjoy at the time. Honestly, like them flowing together was just honestly a coincidence this time. But when I started making music, I was just picking the shit that I listened to, the type of beats that I listened to and songs. And then eventually I just didn't want to sound like anybody else. And then Julio was feeling the same way. And then we just started creating this crazy sound that he did. We curated that shit, and now it's like on point, you know? Like we're really selective of the type of beats that we decide to make songs from. Like he makes so many beats, but you know what I mean? I'll go in there with 3 out of motherfucking 35. Jesus. Take 3 to the studio out of 35 that he made. And you know, the rest of them don't even get touched. It's like, yeah, that was just his practice. Oh, we'll just listen to those and freestyle and some shit.
My name is Haiti. My name is Haiti. If they got a lazy mind, I'm the meat on top of her, man. It's like gravy. Put in a word. But listen, make it yours. I won't make a mine.
Project.
We can put her. Kit Kat. I'm not
very funded, you know, like financially, but things happen, and mostly I fumbled it, you know.
Niggas got me out here in the freaking frigid. Just kidding. Fast forward, 2020 come, and that's the year we already traveled to LA a few times. You know, we already had label meetings, and it made me want to even take it on more seriously to be a CEO more than an artist come 2020. So in 2020, we dropped 2 projects, and it was Flight 1 and Flight 2. And in that year, I didn't plan on signing anybody. I didn't plan on trying to do collaborations. I didn't plan on really doing all that because, you know, with being in AKCG, we're very exclusive. You know, we only do music with people that we feel match our style, you know, and our sound. But I stumbled across a song called Dark Arts. Yeah, it was called The Dark Arts. And it was just like it was like 60-second long video. I don't know, it was like 60-second long video. And take till he off the love. Usually the type of person for me to be impressed, I gotta hear at least three or 4 songs from somebody usually. So I heard The Dark Arts, and then I heard Angel or Fall or some. Did
you hear Stewie?
Yeah, it was Stewie, but this Blended. It was a song called Blended, you know what I'm saying? I found Blended on Spotify. So basically I became a fan. I'm like, damn, but who's this nigga? This nigga's name is Louis. You know, I like to do things organically, naturally. So I sent him maybe 4 or 5 beats, but in one of the beats I knew he'd be on. I just felt like, I was like, nah, because I heard Dark Arts and I heard how he was able to do effects on his voice and different things like that. So I was like, okay, I know I could do this, you know what I'm saying, with this beat with him. I'll just let him take lead on it and see what he think. So out of the 5 beats, I was right. He picked the one I thought he'd pick. And the joint was it's called Danny, and it made Flight 2. And, you know, it was like one of them songs that you probably can't make again. You know what I mean? It's one of them joints you can't make again. You know what I mean? So I was like, it was a moment. And it was, you know, it was a moment when anybody and everybody who ain't even initially a fan of yours becomes a fan of yours. You know what I mean? So
Blunt cherry back and forth. Yeah. Forcing to pay attention, so in the way I extort. Nigga act me for the rap, I rap and package off the porch. Intent to deliver.
So fast forward, I don't know exactly what the conversation was, but I extended the invitation, and it wasn't even it was almost like an unspoken thing that we was already going to be working on, if not now or later. We had like this working relationship that either way, he was going to be around God Cove somehow in some capacity. Everybody I was a part of at the time was like, yo, damn, this nigga's nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? It made everybody else want to work. You know what I mean? Not just for me saying it, I literally seen it and I heard it from people's mouths. It made everybody want to pick up their pace, whether it was in the studio or concepts. You know, everybody just started coming up and doing shit more differently. With me seeing everybody else's energy, I'm like, I need to capitalize off of this energy because everybody is inspired. So I'm like, you know what? Let me use this inspiration that everybody else has right now. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make a group project. I was like, I'm gonna make a group project, but when I was talking to AWOL, Hannah over at AWOL and a couple of the people, even my manager, it was like, you know, it might be too soon for you to be doing a label project. And I was like, yeah, you right. And I would tell him, I said, yeah, you right, but I mean, I record so aggressively that I have no problem with adding on a project on the side or, you know, whatever, just to help somebody else's situation. But they wasn't really on board for it entirely. So I thought about it for a couple of days, and I'm like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Instead of it being a compilation with no real direction, I'm going to drop the Drugs with Friends concept project that was an AKCG album, but with majorly everybody else on it. And me and Ashe be on, like, you know, 2 or 3 of the songs. At least that's how I envisioned it. So we went to get to work on it. And everybody else, like I said, was like working at their speed. But then things started to change when egos got involved with, like, say, for example, like, you know, we have very competitive. We're all very competitive, you know what I mean? But we're also very, at least back then, at least at this time, we're very competitive, but we're very much in our real lives, you know what I mean? Everybody got real things going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's Hades, whether it's Larry, whether it's myself, we all got stuff going on that it could be overwhelming, and certain things might get lost in communication. And that happened with me, Hades. That happened with me, Larry. That happened with me, Sorted. Probably every day. Before this interview, I probably had an argument with that nigga. But, you know what I mean? It comes with it. But I know in relation to when we was working on the album, this Drugs with Friends project, everybody was contributing records. And in particularly, I think it was like wrapping up time, and I'm just trying to finish up the last, you know, 2 or 3 songs just to say I completed it. There was people not showing up, you know what I'm saying? There was people not finishing the project, and then there was people who had family responsibilities, and then there's people who had health issues. So there's a variety of things that was going on outside of music that kind of hindered the project. And I know some of the pressures was on people a little bit more. Like with me, I understand because I'm a father, I'm like a lot of different things, I wear a lot of different hats. You know what I mean? So I get it. So once all that got cleared and, you know, months go by, maybe not even that long. I mean, maybe the following month or maybe a couple weeks, niggas start going back to the studio working on their respective stuff, but still under the umbrella of God. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a God code release that everything was working on. In fact, I think when I was listening to the Wild One album, or mixtape, I listened to 2 or 3 of the songs that was supposed to be on the album. I don't know them off the rip, off my memory, but I know there was like 2 or 3 songs from that particular project.
More than that.
Oh, for real?
Definitely more than
Damn, this nigga pretty much robbed us. But it's cool. It's cool. It's like, nah. But he had a wild moment. Wild one out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck these niggas. Fuck these niggas.
I'm trying to get the most.
I even talked about it a little bit on the song called Leveled Up. Yeah. But I didn't get too deep into it though. There's a lot I could have said about that situation, but I decided to just keep it behind the scenes. That's just better.
Everybody looking like sleazy now, baby. Everybody know where I be. You on the east side, baby. East side.
Wow, I wanna feel
the jungle, let me up and jungle juice to the jungle. I'm far away.
Well, I invested my own
Coming out of there with fucking stun eyes.
Bro, the fact that you walked out the bathroom was mine. I was like, what happened?
Behind you. Behind you. Like,
bro, he was.
Yo, what are you talking about? What are you even talking about?
He was both like,
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Nah, we both looked at you like, bro, did you just do something in there?
Nah.
Pee, I'll be like 2 seconds.
None of that happened. Nah,
bro, we just had a whole conversation. That's the reason why I was like, wait. Because he just was smiling hard as shit.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Captain Hook.
Big smiles.
Bro, you got like literally the best smile ever, bro.
It's for real.
Tee up, you know how we roll. Tee up.
Alright, I still need access to your.
Just make sure my percentage and center. If you got the juice on show, are you abandoned? Yeah, welcome to the.
Beat it up, stay in the sachet. Turn around, toxic. Trump is one never cool like that. This ain't no wonder how I glowed up. You fuck your eyes and I shit. Cool it off, jump in the pool like that. How to sit back and call what you feel that.
Nothing about that. Yeah. Demon time.
You just burnt the bug.
You gonna blame her like that?
Yeah,
I saw you
gonna blame me for the bug.
You wanted to do that shit, bro. No, don't say that.
No, but seriously.
My favorite fashion designers. Kill it, you know what I mean? Fly shit. And I've been making hats. This is my latest hat that I made. Because what's happening?
Right there, bro.
Take a shot.
After hours, a divine time,
That's all right to you. Yeah, that's all right to you. That's who I called about your name.
The next day.
I picked out tomorrow. I'm gonna get started on tomorrow. So, some clothes and shit too.
Oh yeah, you got that fashion show really soon.
30th.
How many pieces you doing?
I'm on 7.
Is it? Are you doing a variety of like female and male, or is it just sticking to one?
I'm doing female and male.
Okay.
I mean, it'll probably be easier to just do all male and just do all female, but figure if I'm doing both, that'll give me more practice and shit. You know what I mean?
True. That jacket you made for Normal is fire.
See how that was.
Yeah, we gotta turn this shit to a song.
Yeah. That was definitely. Let me go look up the other beat. Look at me producing.
Beats been like that one dude just eat. Have a whole bunch of food.
That's ass.
And then they start flipping the table over.
I'm surprised. I'm just surprised.
I'm surprised he's still
Boy
alive.
hit me up, told me he needs some cover art. I'm like, alright, I got you. Really, after me and you had that conversation about, what you was really looking for, how you wanted it, decked out and ideas, we bounced around, I was able to come up with the piece pretty quickly. So
It took you about like 3 days. I was watching them draw the dead person in the corner and I was cracking up.
You got Black Panther with you?
Swear. Researching it.
Like, shit, I gotta have, like, the true image is basically the Panther's not really there. The Panther's inside you. You know what I mean? That's your true nature. That's your true wild one.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's why I put you there with a baseball bat.
I'm cracking up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. But, I guess what it really is what anyone takes from it. Because what they see is going to be different than what I see.
I swear, because it's definitely dope. When I seen the whole thing come together, I was like, wow, this is about to be dope. But the music and then the cover art, bam, bam.
The fashion of the flush, it was pretty good, There was a lot of spots where everybody stubbed their toes, but honestly, it was definitely dope. I love seeing everyone's art. All the fucking models were amazing. Like, I really enjoyed myself. I made probably at least 9 pieces. I just want to see what this year brings. I'm going to create a whole bunch of different stuff. So when I first started getting into fashion, I didn't really care too much about fashion. I was just, just out here. Learning about fashion is the same way I learned about art. I learned from watching my brother. And he used to always make some dope-ass anime characters with fucking dope-ass outfits. And that's what got me into fashion. And that's what got me into creating, making any type of art form.
This is the last day that we'll be here at Divine Time. Like, this is the first spot. We're about to move to our big spot. So that's that's crazy. I tweak it. I actually enjoy being a background vocalist, but I do need to start feeling a lot better just being in the front, having that, not always feeling like I need somebody to be on the track. You know what I mean? Strawberry's my favorite kind of fruit. It was really a freestyle that really turned into a really dope ass song, and the creativity behind everything and the editing and the video itself is so amazing. Like, that's our first big, everybody's gonna be looking at us like, oh, these motherfuckers serious. You damn right was serious. You knew he was serious. You come with the heat. Growing up, I wasn't really allowed to look at a whole lot of watch TV, look at different things to kind of develop that sense of fashion. I kind of just, I don't know, I was just putting shit together. But I really, fell in love with neon, and I was like, oh snap, let me just go crazy with the neons, let me go crazy with blacks, let me get crazy with chains. Then I met him, then I went extra gothic, because I was already kind of gothic, but then,
No, I showed you the
way. I swear, it showed me the way. So, I would say my fashion is really like 90s and 80s inspired. 80s inspired as far as like the neon. Because, I'm bringing that back. With everything. From casual to party clothes will be neon. And then I have like a really dope 90s old school aesthetic that I really start to really kind of incorporate into my gothic style. So, I kind of call myself like a spiritual goth. I'll wear like, some super cool shit, add some tarot cards and some knives, got my jewelry on and stuff. It's real creative. And I think it just changes every year, honestly. And that kind of what started my business. It was formerly named Retro Colors, and then I changed the name to Divine Aesthetics. It was just, Divine Aesthetics was kind of more fitting towards where I was going for, which is like different divine aesthetic fashion art, all that, What we wear is like, fashion's also art, so it's really dope to kind of like combine the two and, just really get creative with that. Up and it's stuck. We are now officially at the new spot, Divine Time Productions. Fuck that little ass hut. But it's still memories.
What the fuck you mean? And that little hut, shit. Got us to where the fuck we at right now.
You damn right.
You start small, you grow.
You right.
You keep on growing.
You right. We was out.
It was happening again. And big shit. So we're like super excited for like all the new shows and all the
new experiences that we're gonna have.
Hell yeah. We finna be rich. Nigga, big shit. All 2022. Can I guess? I'm sorry.
She came from her. But no, I am definitely happy about all the experiences that I went through this year. Good or bad, it shows me the placement where I am, and then it shows me the placement where everyone else is. And we all learn from where we gotta advance and be better. And I like that the people that I'm around the most are actually stacking up and they're doing the damn thing. They are making changes. You know what I mean? And that's all you could really hope for, because you get to see their growth as they get to see your growth. There's nothing better than that. That's like, I can't even say it's magic, because it's much more than that.
Uh-huh.
Reason, substance abuse don't become what life comes into. Oh, all above your head, focus all on revenue. Think I need a driver, I get screwed up driving, break right through. Thought I made the right turn and this can't be fixed with super glue. Turn and turn like tens of times.
They might help you to understand how your capacity for love grows and develops, just as you'll grow and develop.
Hold me tight when I get loose, and I get loose too often too. Bend and bruise, loose screw, can't fight or face the fact remains.
I don't go smoke, I just want it. Got the bank closed, 50s and 100s. Yeah, if it ain't mine, well, little bitch, you need the newspaper. Don't make the front of it.